Hey guys, it's Aaliyah here, and welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about ways to stop self-harming, and also I wanted to talk about where I've been and stuff like that. And apparently my dog Clyde is trying to help me film this video today, so let's get started. Ugh. So, as most of you guys know, I play volleyball, so I've been super busy with that. And that's pretty much consumed my life since school started. So I haven't exactly had time to to make YouTube videos and be on Instagram and stuff like that. So I'm super excited to get back into that, and also I'm going to start lifting again soon. So I'm really excited about that. That's pretty much where I've been, I guess. I just got really busy and I seriously did not have time or energy to do anything but volleyball. So yeah, I guess that's where I've been. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about how to stop self-harming. I am currently almost 300 days clean from self-harming, and I wanted to give you guys my tips and tricks to motivate yourself to stop self-harming. And self-harming is really detrimental to your physical and your mental health, and I think it's really important not to do it, even though it's kind of hard not to for some of us. So let's get started. So one of the major things I think to stop self-harming is to think about why you do it. So this is kind of a hard conversation to have with yourself, I think. And you just need to talk to yourself about it, just why, what makes me want to do this. I know for me it was feeling like I wasn't worthy and feeling like I needed to hurt myself, feeling like that was the way I could get my emotions and my feelings out. So definitely figure out your motives for self-harming first, because that's going to help you figure out how to stop it. So after this, I found coping mechanisms and other ways to deal with that emotion and deal with feeling that way. So I talked to my therapist about it, and she gave me a few other things to do when I feel like self-harming. So I'm going to give you guys a few of those for you to try. And my favorite thing to do when I want to self-harm is grab a piece of ice and hold it in my hand as long as I can. And it hurts so bad. And it kind of clears your mind. And also it's that hurting sensation that you want, but it doesn't leave scars. So you can hold it in your hand, put it on your arm, put it on your leg, whatever. Make sure you don't put it there too long. Obviously it's not supposed to hurt you, but pretty much you'll get to a point where you can't hold it anymore, and then you'll just take it off and wipe off your hand and just take some deep breaths. Another one that I like to do is putting a rubber band on my wrist and snapping it, because it kind of gives you that shock, but it doesn't leave any marks, like I said, so that's a good one. Also, putting an ice pack on the back of your neck really helps a lot of people. It never helped me very much, but I've heard about that. And also just meditating, doing yoga, doing any kind of physical activity, stuff like that. Just finding whatever you like, maybe drawing, writing, finding something else to do to distract yourself also really helps. So another thing that I like to do is set a timer. So you tell yourself okay, in this amount of time I can self-harm after this. And usually by that point, if you set your timer for 15 minutes, by the end of 15 minutes, you won't want to self-harm anymore. So I find that really helpful too. I only use that a few times because usually when I want to self-harm, things are really bad, so the ice helps a lot. And usually the timer, I just don't really have the headspace to do. But also meditating and doing yoga really help me, so that's another thing. And then after you get the coping mechanisms, you have to figure out a motivation. Because I know for me it was really hard to feel like I had a reason not to. So I set a goal. I told myself that after a year I could get this. And obviously I talked to my parents about it, and at first it was a camera, and then I got Clyde. And I actually got him really early before my 1 year because he was there. And so the deal with my parents now is that if I self-harm I have to get rid of him. So that's definitely a motivator for me, because I don't want to get rid of Clyde, and he's also my emotional support animal now, and having an animal is a wonderful way to cope and a wonderful way to feel better, because animals just have that natural thing, especially dogs. I think they want to be with you and they want to make you happy, and they can also sense your emotions really well. So definitely setting a goal like 1 year, and just setting a goal for something that you've wanted for a long time or something that you really want is very helpful. For my 2 years, I'm going to get a tattoo, so just stuff like that, setting goals for yourself and then fighting to meet them. And then whenever you want to self-harm, I could tell myself, like, I can't because I don't want to get rid of Clyde, or I can't because I want a tattoo. So things like that just really help also. Another thing is having a support group or a support person to talk to when you feel like self-harming. A lot of times other people who have self-harmed and are doing good in their recovery from it are good people to talk to about it. Actually, I have a friend, and me and her just talk whenever we want to self-harm or do any other destructive behaviors. We can just talk to each other and kind of calm each other down, and just thinking about it even when I'm alone, like, what would I tell my friend if she was in this situation? And then telling myself that is definitely helpful. So that's very helpful. And also just having a person to talk to, really talking about your emotions, talking about why you're feeling this way, finding out the root of the problem instead of like just why you want to do it, finding out why you want to do it, why you feel like that, is really helpful to your growth and to healing yourself. So that's definitely helped me. Finding a physical activity really helped me also. I really like lifting and yoga and running sometimes. So definitely those kind of things. Maybe throw yourself into a sport. Lots of self-care, baths, reading, whatever you like to do. Just finding other things to do instead of self-harming is the number one thing. And finding a motivator to get yourself away from it also is really helpful. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. The link is, I'll leave it down below. And I'm so happy to be back with you guys on YouTube, and I miss you all so much. And I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will talk to you guys all soon.